Why, hello there. Today we're gonna do the finally fall book tag. It is the time of pumpkin spice and everything nice, appley things, and spooky stuff as well. I'm not sure if I'm coming off as a cheese ball right now, probably. I thought this tag would be a fun one to do because fall is pretty awesome. It's getting to be time where we can wear sweaters and sweatshirts, and I am a big fan of being able to wear a sweatshirt. The first question is, in the fall, the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. So the book for me that came to mind that had a very vivid setting, and this book is super magical and just the way it's written is amazing. It's called The Winter Garden by Alexander Bell. It looks a little weird because of the green screen, but you know. This book is about these two women who end up having this competition with their gardens, and their gardens are so unbelievably magical, and the descriptions of them are so vivid and beautiful, and it's just such a fantastic book. This was actually recommended by Kim, the paper traveler. I will link her channel down below. I read this book because of her. The next one is Nature is Beautiful, but also Dying. Name a book that is beautifully written, but also deals with a heavy topic like loss or grief. Recently, I read the book The Devil Takes You Home by Gabino Iglesias, and it was such a heavy book, and it's about grief and loss, and it's also about the things that can make a good person go bad, and it was so like heartbreakingly vivid and honest, and the portrayals of what the guy goes through that's the main character in the book is just brutal, very heavy. I have a standalone review for that book. I can link down to that below as well if you'd like to check it out. So next we have Fall is Back to School Season. Share a non-fiction book that taught you something new. And that book is The Secret Life of Trees by Peter Wohlleben, and it tells and talks about how the trees communicate with each other and how they do that with their roots, and then also with how fungi or fungus is also like part of that delivery system and helping them communicate, and how that forest trees are different from city trees, and all this really interesting, just weird stuff. Because as we know, I like to read weird stuff. I like to read witchy stuff. I like to read esoteric stuff. So this was right in my wheelhouse. The next one is, in order to keep warm, it's good to spend some time with people that we love. Name a fictional family/household friend group that you'd like to be a part of. So this one, like, I had a few thoughts because I'm a weirdo and I do not want your traditional family. I would like to be the weird cousin of the Endless from the Sandman, you know, dream and death and desire. I mean, I'd like to be part of that family. They have their dysfunction, but I think it'd be quite fascinating. Either that or the Addams Family, because I identify with their weirdness. They're creepy and they're kooky. Alright, anyway. Next up we have the colorful leaves are piling up on the ground. Show us a pile of fall-colored spines. I was surprised that I really did not have a ton of fall-colored spines, but I did my best. So here's a picture. It's as fall-colored as I could get it to be. I need to look for more books that have orange spines, apparently. I had a lot of red ones, but not a ton of anything orangey. Fall is the perfect time for some storytelling by the fireside. Share a book where somebody is telling a story. I mean, I don't want to be weird, but isn't every book somebody telling a story? So in lieu of that, I just went with what I'm reading currently. That's been really awesome. I'm about 75% of the way through. I'm reading Stephen King's Fairy Tale. I'm gonna be doing a standalone review of this. Where are we? We're this little part, that's a bookmark in there. So I only have a little bit more left to go. And it is the story of this kid, Charlie, and this dog, Radar, and Mr. Bowditch, and all these other characters in this other world. Based on what I've read so far, I would definitely recommend this. The nights are getting darker. Sure, a dark, creepy read. There's so many because I read so many creepy books, but the one that just popped into my head that I really liked was Hex by Thomas Olde Huvelt. and I'll put a link down below. I have a standalone review for that. It is this story about this town that is cursed, and there's this witch that roams the town. Her mouth and her eyes are sewn shut. She'll just appear in people's houses. So these kids of this town, they want to like get this on YouTube and like tell the world about it because they're sick and tired of this curse. I mean, what could go wrong with this, right? And then at some point, the crap hits the wall and it all goes to hell in a handbasket, and it's crazy, and it was really good. Next, we got The Days Are Getting Colder. Name a short, heartwarming read that could warm up somebody on a cold and rainy day. So for that one, The Little Prince, which is a classic book, it came out in I think the 1940s. It's just a really honest and beautiful story about this prince who comes from this small planet, and he travels from planet to planet, basically seeking knowledge and wisdom. It's a story of friendship, sadness, loneliness, and love. And it's really heartwarming, and it's one that like has a special place in my heart, and it's very short and it's sweet. I actually have a friend that has a Little Prince tattoo. So this next one, Fall returns every year. Name an old favorite that you'd like to get back to and return to soon. That book for me is Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. It's like an old friend. I love that book. It's one of my favorites. It is definitely in my top 5 of books. Next we have Fall is the perfect time for cozy reading nights. Share your favorite cozy reading accessories. At first I was like, what? What do you mean? And I guess that's, like a favorite sweater or a favorite blanket. So mine are... I dropped a bottle on the floor. So my Mothman blanket. You see him, he's cute. And then Bigfoot mug. I love my cryptids. That's a Bigfoot. I also have a owl mug that I like a lot, but I think this one's my fave. Here's the point where I am supposed to tag people, which I never know who's already done these tags, and then I know a lot of people, you're busy, you got stuff going on, but if you enjoy this tag and you want to do it, consider yourself tagged, because it was a really fun one. Also, if you like tag videos, the next video coming up is going to be another tag video, so stick around, check it out. And if you had fun hanging out, boop that like button, come back, see me again, and we'll talk about more bookish things and weird stuff.